Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving into something pretty intense. Gov. Lee's special session legislation, which comes with a whopping $917 million price tag.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, and it's super important to understand what all this means for us and our state. So let's break it down together. So, first up, we've got HB 6001, which is all about immigration enforcement.
This bill is looking to expand the state government by creating a new division dedicated to immigration. It's a big financial commitment to enforce federal immigration rules, and honestly, it feels a bit heavy.
There's even talk about criminalizing public officials who resist these changes. And get this, they want to implement ID cards for lawful non-citizen residents.
Like, can you imagine the implications of that? It just feels like it's going to create more division in our communities. Next, there's HB 6000, which suspends certain unemployment benefit rules during declared emergencies.
I mean, we've all seen how emergencies can hit hard, right? It makes you think about how many people might be affected by this. It's a tough pill to swallow when you consider how vulnerable some folks are during crises.
Then we have HB 6003, which is creating two new state treasury funds. One's for Hurricane Helene interest payments, and the other's for the Governor's Response and Recovery Fund.
It's like, on one hand, it's good to have these funds, but it makes you wonder, are we really prepared for the next disaster? Now, let's talk about HB 6004.
This one is allocating a staggering $424 million for expanding the private school voucher scheme. They're saying it's going to help up to 20,000 families subsidize private school costs. But what about our public schools? This could really strain state budgets, and it raises a lot of questions about the quality of education for everyone.
It's concerning to think about the potential negative outcomes for students who might end up moving from public to private schools. And seriously, this could destabilize Tennessee's Hope Scholarship Program. Moving on to HB 6005, which breaks down the special session appropriations.
We're talking about $424 million for vouchers, $210 million for disaster response, $240 million for TEMA disaster relief, $20 million for high school reconstruction, and $23.2 million for education grants.
It's like, where is all this money coming from, and what's it going to do in the long run? Now, looking at the implications of this voucher scheme really gives me pause.
I mean, these universal voucher schemes could put a serious strain on our state budgets. It's scary to think about the ripple effects, especially for students who need the support of public schools.
It's frustrating to see how these decisions could destabilize education in our state. And let's not forget about corporate tax breaks. Tennessee is facing some serious tax revenue shortfalls, and it's like how sustainable are these tax policies? There's a lot of editorial chatter about this, and it makes you wonder if it's all going to come crashing down.
So, reflecting on all this, I feel a mix of emotions: frustration, concern, and honestly, a bit of helplessness. It's overwhelming to think about how these legislative decisions could shape our future.
But, it's also a reminder of how important it is to stay informed and engaged in our state governance. I've realized that we can't just sit back and wait for things to change. We need to be active participants in this process.
So I encourage you all to stay informed, reach out to your representatives, and make your voices heard. And hey, there's a small silver lining here. Even though this situation feels heavy, it's also a call to action for all of us.
It's a chance to come together as a community and advocate for what we believe in. So, I'm grateful for that opportunity, even if it's buried under all this complexity. If you found this discussion helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Let's keep this conversation going. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, we're all in this together. Stay informed, stay engaged, and let's make our voices heard.